The flames on the other side.
Peak flood levels right on top of us now.
In this city, experience counts.
Australia's most wanted.
A horrific case.
It's the reason more people turn to 7 News.
A massive tornado.
Forensic officers violently assaulted.
Then we've heard from the players.
It's the reason 7 News is #1 in Perth. This is 7 News.
Tonight, a Perth widow seeks answers over soldiers' cancer deaths. Bombers fans rally behind James Hird. The coach standing strong in the Essendon saga. Possible legal action over fires on Perth's gas buses. And the US issues a global terror alert for travellers.
From the studios of 7 Perth, Blake Johnson.
Good evening. The widow of a Perth digger who died from a brain tumour has made a heartfelt plea for answers over his death. Sky Butler claims her husband, sapper Luke Butler, was one of 4 soldiers diagnosed with cancer after using bomb-jamming equipment in Afghanistan. A 5-year-old boy hit by a car in Mirrabooka as he walked to school with his mother remains in a coma. Amelia Brune is at Princess Margaret Hospital. Amelia, what's the latest on his condition?
Blake, little Ahmed Ali is tonight in intensive care. His condition is listed as serious, but his friends and family have told me today they're confident he'll make a full recovery. The 5-year-old was walking with his mother, brother and sister in Mirrabooka just before 9 o'clock yesterday morning when it's understood he stepped onto the road and into the path of a 4-wheel drive. He suffered a broken collarbone and hip as well as head injuries, and tonight he remains here at Princess Margaret Hospital in an induced coma in an attempt to reduce the swelling on his brain. Blake.
Thanks, Amelia. Kevin Rudd has tried to outmanoeuvre Tony Abbott on border security, announcing a new deal with Nauru on asylum seekers. Like the Coalition's policy, it'll see the detention centre there rapidly expanded and could see boat people resettled in the tiny island nation. Essendon has started preparing its defence after receiving a copy of a 400-page report into the club's supplements program. With his team's future uncertain, Bombers coach James Hird has declared he won't walk away and got a hero's welcome from fans today. The state government has launched legal action over the safety of Perth's gas buses after 14 buses caught fire. The Public Transport Authority claims the manufacturers failed to meet safety requirements, but says buses have since been modified and made safe. Thick fog delayed the start of the 41st Avon Descent today. The world-class event is set for an exciting finish after 3-time winner Hank McGregor narrowly won the paddle home on day 1. Still to come after the break, the US issues a global terror alert for travellers. Tourist attractions and public transport potential targets. And extraordinary pictures of a highway truck crash.
The flames on the other side.
Peak flood levels right on top of us now.
In this city, experience counts.
Australia's most wanted.
A horrific case.
It's the reason more people turn to 7 News.
A massive tornado.
Forensic officers violently assaulted.
Then we've heard from the players.
It's the reason 7 News is #1 in Perth.
The United States has taken the extraordinary step of issuing a global travel warning for all Americans over fears of a terrorist attack. More than a dozen embassies will be closed, and officials warn it's not just US citizens at risk. A dashboard camera has captured spectacular footage of a truck crash on a highway in Indiana. The tractor-trailer apparently swerved to avoid another vehicle. It hit a guardrail before bursting into flames. Miraculously, the driver received only minor injuries and his 7-year-old son walked away with just scratches. Prince Harry has opened a new training centre for the Royal Navy in the southwest of England. It'll be used to teach Marines new skills such as handling hovercraft and beach landings. Meanwhile, his nephew Prince George now has a birth certificate. A registrar made a visit to Kensington Palace for the signing, which gave his royal name in full and listed William and Kate's occupations as the Prince and Princess of the United Kingdom. Sport now with Adrian Barrich, and an undermanned Eagles were too good for the Gold Coast, Barra.
Yes, Blake, West Coast may be a long shot for the finals, but they are still alive as they eclipse the Suns. Without 8 stars, the Eagles win a thriller at Patterson Stadium.
And that is an unbelievable kick from a defender.
And Australia dominates, but a wasteful Warner flops in his test comeback.
Oh my goodness me, he's reviewed it. This Sport Report brought to you by Bird's Eye Steam Fresh Fish.
The Eagles' very slim chances of playing in this year's finals series were boosted today after they beat the Gold Coast Suns by 17 points at Patterson Stadium. Coleman medal favourite Josh Kennedy booted 5 goals, while Matt Priddis was a late withdrawal. Fremantle have been hit by 2 late changes for their clash with Carlton tonight. Star defender Garrick Ibbotson and Matt Taberner have pulled out. Ibbotson due to a sore Achilles. They've been replaced by Tom Sheridan and Cam Sutcliffe. Seven's coverage starts straight after the news. Well, Richmond caused a massive boil over at the MCG today, beating ladder leaders Hawthorn by 41 points. Melbourne hit rock bottom after they handed GWS their first win of the season, while last night North Melbourne stunned Geelong. And in the local league today, West Perth beat Peel. South Fremantle defeated Subiaco. Claremont were too good for East Perth, while Eagle Daniel Kerr had 35 possessions in East Fremantle's win over Perth. Day 3 of the third test is shaping as a pivotal day in Australia's fight to keep the Ashes series alive. Michael Clarke's 187 set up the Aussies 7 for 527 declared. In reply, early on day 3, England are 2 for 57. And for the first time, Australians hold both the men's and women's 100 metres freestyle world titles after Kate Campbell won Australia's 3rd gold medal at the World Swimming Championships. The Queenslander joining James Magnussen as the 100 metre world champion.
Kate Campbell will lead this race start to finish.
I think if it had been 101 metres, I would have stopped. I was in that much pain. It means more than I can say. I really have my friends, my family, my coach, all of them to thank.
The 21-year-old was in tears after her historic win. Great stuff. And the Chiefs have won back-to-back Super Rugby titles, beating the Brumbies 27-22. And don't forget, the Dockers-Carlton game is coming up straight after the news. Now here's Blake.
Thanks, Barra. Another sunny day is on the way. I'll have the weather details next, plus the winning numbers for Saturday Night Lotto.
Tonight's weather report is brought to you by AHG.
Now, Fuel Watch. Perth's petrol prices. Brought to you by Fuel Watch and 7 News.
What a brilliant winter's day it was. Sunny and clear and a touch on the warmer side too. Tomorrow the sunshine continues before the rain returns on Monday. Our maximum for today was 21.7 at 3:30 this afternoon after this morning's low of 9 around 7:30. Right now in the city it's 16.2 and the wind is calm. On the chart, a ridge of high pressure sits over central and northern parts of the state. A slow-moving cold front will move across on Monday and Tuesday. For country areas tomorrow, light showers throughout the southwest. Bunbury and Albany 20, Esperance sunny and 20, Kalgoorlie sunny and 25, fine and warm in the northwest. Around the nation, showers for a few places including Adelaide, Melbourne and Sydney, Hobart with a top of 11, Cairns 27. On local waters, variable winds in the morning becoming northwesterly around 15 to 20 knots in the middle of the day, seas to 2 metres with a swell to 3 metres. Tomorrow's weather, more winter sunshine, clear skies and a top of 23 for Perth. The southern suburbs may get an isolated shower or two in the evening. Monday, the clouds return with isolated showers increasing to rain during the evening and a top of 21. Rain should continue on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. Now it's time for Saturday Lotto. Good luck. Stay on 7 for the Dockers-Carlton game next. Enjoy your evening.
Seven News, the pulse of Perth.